Welcome to the Friday Fix. Our virtue for today is courtesy. Here we have it. I got this virtue from the bag randomly, and this is one of our brown virtues. And you can click below to go to the website to look at all of the virtues, and perhaps you can help us with choosing the extra virtues that we need to complete the game heart to heart. Now, in all the countries I've lived in, there has been an emphasis on two things: freedom of speech and being first, being the best. And sometimes I think when you're thinking of courtesy, you have to either be silent or step back and let someone else take the forefront. And this is the essence of courtesy. And I wanted to share with you a quotation from Baha'u'llah's writings. And this is a tradition that he was quoting himself. We're not sure where it came from. It may have been a Muslim tradition, a hadith, or it may have been some other quotation from a philosopher or a poet. But it goes like this: not everything that a man knoweth can be disclosed, nor can everything that he can disclose be regarded as timely, nor can every timely utterance be considered as suited to the capacity of those who hear it. Here is a definition of courtesy from the Virtues Project website. Courtesy is being polite and having good manners. When you speak and act courteously, you give others a feeling of being valued and respected. Greet people pleasantly. Bring courtesy home. Your family needs it most of all. Courtesy helps life to go smoothly. Now, the word courtesy or courteous comes from the Middle English and means having manners fit for a royal court. An interesting thing is that courteousness is sometimes equated with being polite. And there are two kinds of definitions for polite. To be polite means to have or to show behavior that is respectful and considerate of other people. They have synonyms like well mannered, civil, mannerly, respectful, deferential, well behaved, and well bred. And then there is another definition of polite, which is of or relating to people who regard themselves as more cultured and refined than others. Then the synonyms there are civilized, refined, cultured, sophisticated, genteel. An example of a sentence using the word polite: that sort of behavior is not tolerated in polite society. So, in this latter sense of the word polite, we have a situation where some people are seen as being better than others because they are more polite, more civilized. But when you start talking about being civilized, you start to get into matters of rank and of importance of people. Here is what Jesus had to say when his disciples started to argue about their rank and station between themselves. I'm reading from Mark chapter 9, verses 33 to 37 in the New American Standard Bible. They came to Capernaum, and he was in the house. He began to question them. What were you discussing on the way? But they kept silent, for on the way they had discussed with one another which of them was the greatest. Sitting down, he called the 12 and said to them, if anyone wants to be first, let him be last of all and servant of all. Taking a child, he set him before them, and taking him in his arms, he said to them, whoever receives one child like this in my name receives me, and whoever receives me does not receive me, but him who sent me.